Have you ever been to a party that just kind of started to spin out of control? You arrive and it's kind of fun and it's hip, and you start to have like awkward conversations and social exchanges and things like that, and then you talk to somebody and they start to get boring, and you're just imagining the skin peeling back off of their face and the party turning into like a torture porn video where there's just blood. So much blood. Just me? Oh, okay. So today on Movies That Should Bang, I'd like to pitch for you the unholy union of The Invitation and Hellraiser. In 2015, the director of Aeon Flux, Karen Kusama, gave us an actually good movie called The Invitation. And it was kind of like a, I don't want to use the overused term of masterclass, but it was, maybe a bachelor's class in thriller and pacing and just nail-biting edge of your seat. There was the good Rick one. Edge of your seat setup. It was such a great movie. Oh my God, it was so good at not expositing, but instead taking you in and out of real party social situations where you'd go from the main party where things are starting to spin out of control into side conversations that give you backstory without delivering any kind of exposition. You're just kind of piecing the clues together yourself. And then it just turns into this insane cult film where a couple of the people attending the party have joined this crazy murder cult, and they're going to kill everybody at the party. My kind of party. It ends with no more friends. It taps into that kind of like almost too awkward to look away setting situations from The Office, except for it's not done for comedy. It's done for the uneasy feeling. It strips everything away from it that The Office would deliver for comedy in a way that makes you second guess the motives of every character. As the party gets darker, it becomes this like living, breathing atmosphere that you can cut with a knife of just, oh my God, where is this about to go? And then spins out of control from there until you get to a very uniquely open ending. It could have a sequel, but it doesn't have to have one. It leaves just enough answer that you kind of know where things are headed. You really don't need a sequel to know how bad things are going to go after the credits start rolling for these characters. Hellraiser, on the other hand, is a hot mess. Oh my God, these movies. A lot to unpack here. Hellraiser is difficult to talk about. So there's 9 Hellraiser movies. 2 of them are good. The rest are pretty terrible. And I'm saying that as a Hellraiser fan. I've watched all of them. They're difficult to watch for 2 reasons. A, the subject matter is like sexual fourth dimensional torture porn, which as a pitch is kind of a class unto its own. I don't know of any other movies like Hellraiser. Maybe Cube Zero to some degree. Cube Zero is kind of like that. That's a unique reference, Seth. Why would you say that? With only 2 worth watching entries, this series tends to air That's right. ERR? That's a word. To err is human. That's ERR, right? It's not AIR.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but also that could just be my brain refusing to accept it.
To err is human, but also to error. This series tends to err more towards cult classic bad movies than it delivers on anything truly terrifying to behold. For the sake of this show, let's say The Invitation is having a special sleepover with the original Hellraiser, since general consensus says that's the best one, and I would tend to agree with general consensus there. This is a series built on over-the-top practical effect gore, which is a personal favorite of mine. The first time I watched Hellraiser, I think I was like 17 or 18. I was like younger, but it was way after the movies had come out, and the first time the skinned, flayed body is on screen, and I'm supposed to relate with that as the hero in some context, I'm going, What am I watching right now? It was fun. The first one's fun. So yeah, that's the one that we're gonna breed with the invitation here. So it's a film series built on torture porn, spousal abuse, practical effects, so much blood. Oh my God. There's just that was a good one. There's so much blood in these movies. The second one especially. There's a mattress scene that I probably can't add into this video because we'll get taken down. But there's like this is such a well-made thing as far as like what are the taboos of things we can put on film? What can we not show? And this movie was like, yep, we're gonna show that. We're gonna show skin dude's blood. It was like Watchmen, except instead of being blue and God, he's red and eating people. The Watchmen we didn't know we needed. And then there's the backstory. Okay, I don't want to jump into the backstory too much because this is Clive Barker, who is the hipster Stephen King. There we go, trademarked. Hipster Stephen King, Clive Barker. Trademark Seth Decker, 2018, movies that shebang. The backstory of this whole thing is that people looking for the ultimate sensual, violent, painful experience find these little puzzle boxes that allow them to tap into some other dimensional realm where Pinhead, you call him Hellraiser. I know you've called him Hellraiser before. His name is not Hellraiser. His name's Pinhead. It's like Frankenstein's monster. He's got a name. It's Pinhead. And there's other monsters as well, but they're all called Cenobites. And what if he had like a really like normal name? It's like, this is Rupert. What? The guy with nails in his head? Yeah, we call him Pinhead, but his name's Rupert. He lives in the fourth dimension, I guess, or some kind of like sexual painful reality where, orgasms and death kind of cross over. Is where the backstory is way more interesting than the movies ever bring out, which is okay with me because sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's more fun to not know. And let's get into the banging part of this because I feel like I've gone on too long for what should be a 4-paragraph script. Imagine for a second the opening of the invitation. A bunch of friends are getting together in some kind of California Hollywood Hills mansion estate with people they've not seen in a very long time. They walk in, they're chatting, they're kind of shooting the shit. There's appetizers laid out, maybe like spinach artichoke dip, macaroni bites, maybe something vegan. Don't know where I'm going with that. And the conversation kind of takes a spin towards the sexual with like a adult version of Spin the Bottle, where these friends that have all kind of probably hooked up in the past, who cares? They're all adults now, and they were teens when all this sexual tomfoolery happened. And they strike into a game that is very, very sexual, very like pulling up past affairs and flings and things like that. And you're 13, you're getting a little half chub watching this. You're like, oh, this is what it's like to be a grown-up, get to drink and do sexy things. And then someone brings up like BDSM or something, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I like to be spanked raw. And you're like, a 13-year-old brain right here is like, that sounds good. They kind of break and they go into another room, and we get some exposition through action and dialogue where we find out a little bit more of the past. And then as they come into the other room, there's props. Who brought props? Are we talking handcuffs and stuff like that? No. We're talking some like medieval flaying stuff. And from there, things start to get uncomfortable. And we find out that the couple that put on this little housewarming party, they're ambassadors for the Cenobites. They've found the puzzle box. They've been to that realm. They've had their eyelashes peeled back over the top of their head, and their toes paper cut between them, and I'm not good at that part. I'm sorry. I'm not the guy from Saw. I can't invent things without going like too extreme. Like for me, if you're gonna go violent, it's like the two bones in your forearm get pulled apart. That for me is like, nope, can't watch it. But that's not sexual. That's just gross. I can't do the sexy violence thing. But The Invitation can, especially if we mix it with Hellraiser. Oh yeah, that would be great. Like stick mics really close to the like peeling.
Yeah, as they're peeling the skin.
Can't do it. Oh no. Then the realization drops halfway through the movie. They're working for the Cenobites. Their goal is to pull new blood into this puzzle box realm, and the house is a trap. And now our main character, I think it was Logan Marshall Green of Upgrade fame, of Prometheus fame. Do I know any other Logan Marshall Green movies? Oh, of Spider-Man Homecoming fame. He was the shocker that died. Let's get serious. Let's get deadly serious. Essentially, what I want to do is reboot Hellraiser with a very grounded, almost found footage look at what it would be like to run into a Cenobite cult that wants to flay your skin off of your body until you jizz yourself to death. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't care. I can't bring myself to suggest that you watch Hellraiser because of this video. Maybe watch like a gore reel from the movies, a monster reel maybe. By the fourth one, there's a dude that shoots DVDs out of his chest. Not kidding. Not even kidding. Even a little. They tried to like 90-eyes the Hellraiser series with new Cenobites, and it was not good. Yeah, I can't recommend you watch all of these movies. That's a lot of time to commit to something that terrible. I've done it for you. Don't do it. Watch the first two. Watch the newest one so you can see how far they've come without going anywhere. And then realize that like a solid reboot of this series would be great. These movies, The Invitation because it's so good, Hellraiser because it has such a great premise. They need to bang. I need the premise of Hellraiser. I need the execution of The Invitation. I need Karen Kusama to come back and do this movie. I'm sorry I showed on Aeon Flux. Like, you probably did it was probably really hard. Like, I can't imagine me directing that movie and it turning out well. I would just be hitting on Charlize Theron the whole time. Truth. That's just the truth. I do highly recommend that you check out The Invitation. It is on Netflix or Hulu, as far as I know, as of the recording of this video. I need these movies to bang. I really need a Hellraiser reboot. I really need a grounded look at Pinhead and his, like, maybe this is his first cult. Maybe it's a full reboot.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe the chick from the first Hellraiser is the one that initiated this cult, and that's the like little nugget for you Hellraiser fans like me out there. I can't remember her name because, like, again, I love these movies, but I did not commit that memory. From here, this is the end. This is where we let these two crazy kids go out into the world and make a little messed up Cenobite baby for me to watch. Hopefully they both packed their leather pajamas for this one, because this is going to be a messy movies that should bang. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, check out the other movies that should bang. I think 2 other episodes are up as far as this goes. I'm going to roll the text of what you need to do to get involved in this channel as I chug the rest of this 20 to completion. You have to subscribe because I'm doing this for you. That's the deal. If you're going to watch me chug the rest of this, you have to subscribe. This is all going into the video. This is the close of the video. Thanks for watching Movies That Should Bang, Hellraiser and The Invitation. Go watch The Invitation, watch Hellraiser, and then clips of the other ones. F*** you! Ugh.
someone